Minister statements. Minister of Health and Social Services.
Mr. Speaker, last week was Disability Awareness Week in the Northwest Territories, as well as National Accessibility Week across the country. It is a time to promote the inclusion and accessibility in our communities and to reflect on what we can all do to make sure that everyone is able to contribute and to be part of community life. With that, I'd like to provide an update on the Government of the Northwest Territories Disability Action Plan 2018-19 to 21-22, which was tabled in October of 2018 and is the final deliverable of the Disability Program Review and Renewal Project. Work is underway across multiple GNWT departments on the 5 key objectives in our action plan to increase security, income security and reduce poverty, build awareness and knowledge through education and training, improve transition planning and options, encourage universal design and living options, and improve access and quality of caregiver supports. The action plan represents a shared vision and partnership between the Department of Health and Social Services, Education, Culture and Employment, Justice, Finance, Municipal and Community Affairs, Infrastructure, and the NWT Housing Corporation. It is helping our government pursue new avenues and resources available to promote more equity, accessibility, inclusion, and participation in all aspects of economic and social life for persons with disabilities in the Northwest Territories. Mr. Speaker, we are accountable to persons with disabilities and all residents on the progress of this action plan. While the first update on our actions is anticipated later this summer, I can speak to some of the initiatives currently underway. Our government has made investment in increasing rehabilitation supports for children and is establishing a territorial FASD adult diagnosis and support program in partnership with the Northwest Territories Health and Social Services Authority. The Department of Infrastructure has developed an accessibility toolkit to assist in implementing accessible design in government office space. This has been tested on our recent renovation project in Yellowknife and will be used in designing the new airport in Inuvik. The NWT Housing Corporation has begun its housing support worker pilot in the community of Betchico. This strength-based and trauma-informed initiative includes supporting adults with disabilities to maintain stable housing. The Department of Health and Social Services is reviewing supplementary health benefits programs as the current program structure do not cover all disabilities. We are also planning for a review of the supported living services. As you can see, the action plan is broad-reaching, reflecting on our shared commitment across government to fully address disabilities. I appreciate how each department has taken on implementation and evaluation of the respective action areas and collaborating with disability partners in this important work. Mr. Speaker, disability identity in the North was chosen as a theme of this year's Disability Awareness Week and it's fitting to recognize and thank our disability NGO partners, including the NWT Disabilities Council, the Yellowknife Association of Community Living, NWT Senior Society, Hay River Community for Persons with Disabilities, and the NWT Foster Family Coalition for their ongoing input and participation. We continue to work with our partners as we implement the action plan to make meaningful and measurable change that will reduce the barriers for persons with disabilities. While we work hard on making change, we can also celebrate what is already happening to encourage more inclusive communities across the Northwest Territories. On May 31st, I hosted the annual Disability Awareness Ministers' Tea and was pleased to announce the winner of the 2019 Minister Responsible Persons Disability Award, Mr. Dean McLeod of Aklavik. Dean has been a committed resident of Aklavik for 47 years and a strong advocate for persons with disabilities in order to ensure inclusive participation in his community. Mr. Speaker, his dedication and his passion as a community recreation coordinator and as an active community volunteer have made a significant difference in the lives of Northerners. We also recognize Tina McNeil of Fort Smith as this year's NWT Disability Council Community Champion and the Hamlet of Aklavik as this year's Human Rights Commission Corporate Champion. All of us have roles to play in promoting inclusion and accessibility in our communities, and I look forward to seeing the progress we achieve over the life of our action plan, together with our partners, to improve the lives of NWT residents living with disabilities. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.